That Amanda Knox is kind of cute.
She's great.
Yeah. Just looking at her on the old TV. Breaks her silence, says she's not a murderer. Considered suicide in prison, did she? She's very girl next door-ish.
Yeah.
I like that look.
How old is she now? Like 20, 25?
Is she? Yeah.
Do you think 25? She did it?
I don't know. The reason she got off, I guess there was those technicalities, a few technicalities. They had to throw some evidence out. She looks really good now, though. Like they really gussied her up a bit. Yeah.
Think she needs a boyfriend? Hi, Amanda. What's up?
I'm a real piece of shit because I don't care.
You should have went to break right there.
Because I really don't give a shit what any of these chicks do. I'm just looking like, fucking Casey Anthony. You know?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I don't even care if she killed her kid. I'd fuck her. I'd juggle them big titties. You know?
But this one might kill you.
You got to keep your eye open. One eye open when you sleep.
Is that the trick?
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people feel that way. Look at all these serial killers that get married in jail. Richard Ramirez and all these chicks go to see them. So people have an attraction to people who've committed crimes.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's different with the girl going after the guy in prison because that's a weird emotional fucking connection that they get. And mine would be, it's purely physical.
You don't want to save these girls.
No.
You don't think that you can turn their troubled ways around.
Hell no. I just want a great story of how I had sex with a murderer.
Right. So you're not a piece of shit. That's the difference. You just want to fuck a pretty girl. If you got emotionally attracted to someone who bashed in the head with a lamp, then you're a psychopath.
That's crazy.
Now you're just a guy.
Yeah, okay. Good. Thank you.
Yes, I think you're much healthier than those people that go to fucking marry serial killers. Let's hear her talk.
I want to hear what she sounds like. Crank that up. She, who is she with?
Diane Sawyer.
Diane Sawyer.
Old Vaseline lens.
Man, do they really fucking fuzz up that lens with her.
I felt as if I were being sealed into a tomb.
Yeah. And the tomb was my life. It wasn't the prison. It was my life.
Did you think about
suicide? No. She just got uglier?
No.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is, as restricting as prison is, I mean, you can't have your own nail polish in the room, for instance.
Oh, damn.
There are plenty of ways that you could kill yourself, and people did.
Oh.
And I imagined doing them all.
Whoa.
Yeah, she seems a little cunty.
She seems a little cunty?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what? Just based on the 2 or 3 sentences we heard her speak, I would absolutely say she murdered.
You think so?
Yes, she sounds like a murderer is.
She certainly does to me, too.
Yes.
What did she say? What was the first thing she said before the nail polish? Can you play that again?
That the prison was in herself.
Oh, yeah.
Her
Oh,
life.
God.
Her life was prison.
How many times she said that cheesy line to people at parties?
Oh, yeah. That'll be in the movie, too.
Yeah. And the tomb was my life. It wasn't the prison. It was my life.
See the way she said it twice?
Did you think about suicide?
I did. Yeah.
You did.
And the interesting thing is, as restricting as
your nail
prison
polish,
is,
we got
you
it. We
can't
heard.
have
Yeah, exactly.
your own
Let's
nail
polish your
polish
clit
in
with
the
my
room,
face.
for instance. There are plenty of ways.
Oh, that it's a surprise that this woman who may have killed somebody might be a little cunty or mentally unstable.
That
like you guys are like, oh no, she seems like she's got an attitude.
Or if she is innocent and she spent that much time in a fucking Italian prison.
Right, yeah, she may have a complex.
She might be a little off.
I want to write her a love letter.
Yeah?
You're still into her.
Hey, Amanda.
We should do that. What would you write? It's like how do you break the ice with these girls? How do they pick letters out there and be like, oh, this is a special one?
I know what we say.
Yeah?
Hi, Amanda. You probably don't know me. And then in parentheses, unless you have a television. Or
That's
a radio.
good, though. Get yourself built up from the other laymen that haven't appeared on television. Right. Mm-hmm. You may have. I've included a clip from one of my comedy specials.
Yeah.
Try to compare yourself. I've also been under media scrutiny. Everybody,
sure.
Yes.
I know what it's like to have cameras thrown in front of my face, too.
True.
I know what it's like to be locked in the prison of my own life.
Yes. True. Your prison used to be a lot bigger, though. You've lost a lot of weight.
Yes, I have.
The prison's in you.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, well, what does she do?
Do you want to fuck a murderer specifically, or that murderer?
You know what? Not just any murderer, because most of them are fucking not very.
Because a minute ago you said, I
Yeah.
want to have a story of how I fucked a murderer.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of do.
Because, see, then we're starting to get more towards that's kind of fucked up.
Psychopath?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I think you're more attracted to Casey Anthony because of the case.
You think?
I think so.
No, you know what? This chick, Amanda Knox, is a lot hotter. She's a lot cuter than Casey Anthony is. Casey Anthony, a little run through the mill, a little ridden hard and put up wet. You know? She got a little more mileage on her, kind of a thing.
What's that mean, run through the mill? And how does that say? I never heard that before.
Run through the mill?
And hung up wet?
Ridden hard and put up wet. Yeah, that's a horse jargon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're supposed to walk a horse around after you ride him and he sweats a lot, or else he could get sick. So you kind of just walk him around the stable until he cools off. Yeah, but if you ride him hard and put up wet, he's going to have a short usefulness.
I literally thought that was a laundry term.
Really?
Yeah, something like hard and then put up wet. I thought it meant hanging clothes when they were wet.
Oh, no. No, it's a horsey term. Ridden hard and put up wet. Yeah, my dad taught me that one. Jesus Christ.
Lessons we learned. But yeah.
I learned a lot back then.
What else did you say? I didn't mean to jump. I'm sorry.
No, that was about it. You know, all the fucking horse terms, but who the fuck knows? Don't be a faggot, I guess, was one.
He taught you that one?
Yeah. Keep the colored girls away.
He didn't want you to come home with a...
No.
What would you have done if you came home with a black boy when you were 12? And so this is my partner.
I honestly do think he would have killed both of us. Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I think he would have
murdered.
Yeah. Murdered. Maybe maybe first a sound thrashing, like a real fist beating.
To both of you?
Well, probably, yeah. And then if hopefully he would be thinking, well, hopefully that broke him of that fad, you know. And then if I continued.
What if you said, Daddy, I was born this way?
Oh, I don't think he would have. Oh, he would have went, okay, now I'll accept it.
Right.
No, I don't think my dad would have been very accepting of a gay or interracial lifestyle.
What would he have preferred more? You to come home with a man or a black girl?
He would have preferred the black girl, absolutely.
What if it was a man?
Me being gay was like that would have been the worst thing that could have possibly happened.
What if it was a man or a black girl or an accused murderer of children?
Oh, he wouldn't have minded the accused murderer, I would think. As long as she was
white,
fun, white.
Only accused.
Yeah,
and it's only accused.
Accused, yeah. If she's out, obviously, you could talk it out and say she didn't do it, kind of a thing.
You don't think your father would have been understanding?
Oh, I don't think so. No.
How about if he walked in the barn and the boy was just kissing your neck, like standing behind you and holding you in his arms and kissing your neck?
I don't. No, I don't think that would have worked. No. The oddest thing was, like, that hurdle, the Richard hurdle was thrown in front of him, like, uh-oh. Like, here's his friend, and now, my whole existence as the father to young Anthony has been to keep him from becoming gay. He grew up a pissy-eyed little crybaby, playing with the doll, as he said. It was a puppet. Thank you. I just hadn't put strings on it yet, but it was a puppet, not a doll. And then it's like, his whole goal was, oh my God, I got to keep him from being gay. And then the one fucking best friend I make out in California is a gay guy.
Yeah.
That must have been to my dad like, son of a bitch. What the hell? He's got to be a gay guy?
Imagine the guilt he would have gone through if you hadn't pretended to be asleep that night.
Oh my God.
And then he walked in, and your dad was like, oh. He's like, guys, I got more graham crackers for you.
Oh, no.
And he climbed up the little tree fort ladder.
I'd be like, and try to like scurry and hurriedly pull my pants up.
And the smell of teenage boy breath on your cock, or 12-year-old boy breath. Because he would have heard it, but he would have heard it before he saw it. He would have heard like...
Oh.
And fucking young Anthony. Oh.
Is that what I sound like?
Yeah, and he probably would have heard your head, like, as you were, like, banging your head on the fucking tree fort floor in pleasure.
You would have heard, like, the little eucalyptus tree would have been shaking a little bit that the tree fort was in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would have been his fault for letting you up in that tree fort.
Yeah.
With Richard. He should have known better, he would have thought.
Yeah, yep.
Still probably would have taken it out on you, but...
Probably.
Yeah.
He was a little leery of Richard, and he always made a point of letting me know that he knew something was a little weird with Richard.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he like Richard?
Yeah, he did, because, we had known him for quite a few years. So it would have been very hard for him to just kind of, and it wasn't his son, so he didn't give a shit on that front. But it was kind of like, he'd be like, hey, see Richard shopping with Corey the other day? Were they buying some curtains? And I'd be like, yeah, curtains. Right, faggot. I get it, Dad. I get it.
Did you ever tell him that Richard offered to suck your cock?
No, that wouldn't have been a good conversation starter.
Would he have turned that around?
I tell that? In the morning, evening, over dinner.
When he's yelling at you for something else.
Right. Hey, by the way.
Yeah, you put me in a tree fort with a kid who offered to suck my cock, and I let him.
Would he have turned it just the offer? Like, if you had told him that the offer was made, would that have made you gayer for having been offered that too?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I think he'd have gotten a laugh out of it. Like, weird. It doesn't make much sense, but yeah.
He would have thought it was funny.
Yeah. And I'm sure things got back to him, like the Buzz situation, because once we were all drinking at the stables there, and Buzz, of course, who was my first romance, my first woman.
Romance? Is that what it was?
Yes. It was a romance. Chato Reyes was a little too drunk to fuck, so she decided to fuck me. Chato Reyes.
Who was Chato Reyes?
Chato. He was one of the Reyes brothers. One of the Reyes brothers. There was Juan, Chato, and I guess Victor or something.
Was Chato the little hairy one that would come in when the slee stacks were bothering you? Chato stinks.
Chato Reyes. No, they were all the Mexican brothers that had horses at the same stable, and they drank a lot too. And, they were always looking to fuck, whatever kind of women were around the stable area. So Buzz was there. And one time, Buzz suggested that me and Richard kind of double team her,
Really?
Yeah. And I was into it, I'm like, yeah, well, let's go. Let's fucking get this done.
How old were you?
Maybe 14.
That's fucking
I guess.
Awesome.
14. And Richard, for some reason, was just kind of like, nah, I don't think so.
Well, I bet I can figure out the reason.
Why?
There wasn't enough cocks involved.
Oh!
One pussy too many.
That's probably why Richard declined.
I think so.
Yeah.
You think because of the pussy involved?
How great would it have been if when you were telling your dad, you told your dad, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, yeah, Richard offered to suck my cock.
Uh-huh.
And your dad's laughing, and then you were like, and then I let him.
Yeah.
Whoa! That fucking hand.
How quick would that laugh?
That burly, calloused hand would have come across my face.
It would be that American Beauty scene.
Oh, yes.
Where your dad just beats his son.
Yes, beats his son.
Don't give up on me, Dad.
Oh, my God.
Were you disappointed that Richard said no to the threesome?
Well, I left with Buzz anyway and had a liaison with Buzz. But I don't know. I thought it would have been kind of cool to do at that point. Yeah. That would have been very awkward, though, to be banging Buzz and being like, why do I also feel a mouth on my balls?
Yeah.
And then look down and it's like, Richard, what are you doing?
No, I said in her ass.
What a good guy Richard was.
Oh, yeah. He'd have him. I guess he went off with Joey Buttlicker after that. And me and him kind of didn't really hang out that much after he hooked up with Joey Buttlicker, because Joey Buttlicker is the kind of guy that would just do anything.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Did it hurt your feelings when Richard was hanging out with Joey Buttlicker?
You know what? As a friend, yeah, I kind of felt a little like jilted.
You were scorned.
That, because me and Richard were friends for quite a while.
Yeah.
And And, we did everything. We went fishing together out there in Dana Point, a lot of horseback riding, just basic shenanigans, smoke a little weed, and just kind of talk about things. And then I guess that gay thing kicked in.
Sure.
That switched on. It was like, hey, oh, no.
Right.
So I guess I wasn't giving him what he wanted.
Dick.
Gay sex.
Right.
Dick. So he went with Joey Buttlicker. His real name was Joey Butler.
But that sounds really similar to Buttlicker.
And why the nickname, out of all the nicknames...
Exactly.
Why did he call him Joey Buttlicker?
Well, Buttlicker works for Butler. Like, that's what you would say as a kid, but also someone who eats other boys' asses is probably Buttlicker.
Yeah, I would think, Joey Buttlicker. And, of course, the story, I've told it here right on this very airwaves of Joey Buttlicker, the story that Richard told me about Joey Buttlicker, which is a little odd now that I think about it, too, because, like, why would Richard tell me this? Because all I could conjure up, there weren't any girls in the room, is this image of Richard in the same room with Joey Buttlicker doing this, and why you're there. How did this get started?
Yeah.
Joey Buttlicker took his pants and underwear down and sat on one of the 4 posts on his bed. It was a nice lathed, tooled bedpost, and it had a little ball thing on top, and he sucked that thing right up into his anus. And Richard told me the story. It's like, you know what, Joey Buttlicker, and I'm like, wow, that's fucked up. Never thinking, why were you in a room with Joey Buttlicker when he put the bedpost up his ass?
Shoving bed knobs and broomsticks up his ass.
Crazy.
I'm more hearing in that. I'm like, how do you do that without... Like, I've had massage therapists just finger my ass a little.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm going to shit on their finger. Like, I just can't take that. Like,
You're not a champ.
How do you do that without shitting?
Talk to Joey Buttlicker.
I'm asking for advice, I mean.
Talk to Joey Buttlicker. He'll tell you.
I hate when a therapist puts in a finger and I have to tell her to stop. Something's so great about that.
Do you ever wish that you had let him blow you? That way you could still be friends? You could still go fishing?
No, you know what? I don't think that would have been enough anyway.
It would have been like, now you blow me, let's have some butt sex.
It's gotta escalate. When you got the likes of a Joey Buttlicker taking a bedpost up his ass and getting the nickname Buttlicker, something tells me there were other things going on there.
And he might have wanted more tenderness than you were going to offer anyway. Some hand-holding. Joey Buttlicker might not have been as ashamed of his affection for Richard. Maybe he wanted hugs from Joey Buttlicker.
Maybe he wanted Joey Buttlicker to hug him. Joey Buttlicker. Oh, God. But I assume they were, going at it like full gay.
Right.
Full gay, which to me, full gay is ass sex.
Yeah.
I was thinking they're probably having some ass sex there.
Jealously?
No.
Good.
No, I was just kind of, there were a couple of, Richard was a very, very good-looking guy, and the girls were constantly swarming at him. Me, on the other hand, kind of funny looking, and, with the acne, I looked like I had taken a shotgun to the face. So I really needed some personality time. I needed to kind of... But Richard was good to get the girls over, He pulled the girls in, and then I could work a little, magic there.
You were more of a young, confused boy who's awkward.
Yes.
And whose personality is what would get the girls.
Yes. But it was very hard to just drum up a conversation. You can't cold call these girls. No. So Richard would just have them swarming. They loved him.
Well, high school girls are always the last to figure out when a dude is gay.
They just think he's great.
Yeah, I mean...
He talks with them about things, and...
Nobody is better than a gay guy in high school at picking up high school girls.
Oh, my God. The drama club guys?
Yeah.
They would get all the girls, but, by get, it just meant sit with them at lunch and talk about, very effeminate things.
I had, a handful of obviously gay kids in my high school.
Of course you did.
That were sitting...
A handful?
Yeah.
Or a mouthful?
Yeah.
Yes.
But they weren't out. But you knew they were gay. You didn't know they were gay from the time they were... Right.
Yeah.
But they always had... Every girl was like, oh, yeah, I'm dating so-and-so. And you'd be like, he's gay.
He's a gay guy. He's a gay guy.
It's also because they're different than every other guy in high school because they're the only ones not trying to fuck the girls. So their energy, women can't believe how, or girls couldn't believe how their energy was so different.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, he's cute and he likes me as a person and he's interested in the same. It's like you have no idea. The thing that makes you a woman makes him physically ill.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes. You disrobing, he would just be meh. It's nothing. Does nothing.
Also, not pressuring them for sex.
Yeah.
Oh, they probably love that too. Like, he just wants to hang out and talk.
Oh, then the first hetero they get is just like, God, this guy's a monster.
Yeah.
He's all over me. Won't get his fucking hands off me. Yeah. Richard would bring the girls over, and then I'd have to do that. And then he would just, like, they would literally be chasing him, like, and trying to touch him. And he would be like, no, oh, stop.
Ugh.
Yeah. And it was just
how old was Richard when he died?
What a waste.
When Richard died of the AIDS?
Yeah.
40, I guess. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. No, he didn't die of AIDS. He died of pneumonia.
Oh,
of course.
Cool.
Yes,
That's common in this day and age.
Yeah, when you're 40 especially.
I guess he had moved to Lake Elsinore out there in California. He might have had a partner, and that was that. I didn't even know for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were you sad when you found out?
Yeah, a little bit. I was like, that's a shame that ass sex had to fucking, Imagine it was Joey Buttlicker right from the start.
Yeah.
Like, God damn. First fucking time.
And he caught it from that bed knob.
Yeah.
Like, who knew back then? That's where AIDS started, on that fucking...
Patient zero.
Yeah, it was
Joey Buttlicker's fucking bedpost.
It was a fucking bed that they ordered from, like, Zimbabwe, and they had no idea that a fucking monkey had bled on it, and then he shoved it in his asshole. That's how AIDS started.
Fucking Joey Buttlicker.
Yeah.
Started the AIDS. Yeah, I felt a little bad. I was kind of like, oh, that sucks, Boy, with the heyday of getting AIDS, the fucking late 70s, early 80s, just fucking like a madman, I guess. Yeah, because he was one of them male models. So,
man, he must have been a handsome guy.
Oh, boy, they must have just been fucking and sucking.
Probably a big bottom, too.
Yeah.
Star of the bathhouse.
He was very femmy, so he would have to have been the chick in the thing. And,
There's a documentary recently on AIDS, on guys who survived it, and it was about San Francisco and I forget what they call that district. The Tenderloin district, or there's something.
Oh, Jesus.
There's something else it's called, where the gay area.
Rump roast. Yes.
But there was all these guys talking about when AIDS hit and and how they had no idea what it was, and they showed like a picture of these guys looking at a sign in the window, like they had put up a sign, "Be careful, the gay
free
cancer."
Dick? Oh,
yeah, no, the free dick sign was replaced by gay cancer, and it was really fucking interesting how AIDS snowballed and how gays were the only ones who were responsible because everyone thought it was a gay disease. And
Yeah. Gays had a tough one with that for quite a while. Wow.
Fuck. Reagan wouldn't even say it, right? Wouldn't he not even say AIDS?
No. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
A lot of people kind of just thought it was the gay disease and left it at that. Gays were pretty much shunned
Castor?
for quite a while.
Is it called Castor?
What's that?
The Castro? The Castro, that's where it was, I think.
Yeah. Oh, the Castro in San Fran.
Yeah.
Wow. Boy, just fucking ravaged, huh?
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
Nobody knew what it was. That was just the horrifying part. And they would tell these, like, they would go on these medications and these, like, these experimental things.
Yeah.
And it would either help a little bit or kill you faster. It was a rough time for gay men.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't mean to take a fun discussion and just fucking wreck the morning show.
It wasn't that fun, talking about Richard taken in the ass and dying.
That is true. I just really revealed something about myself tonight.
Shit.
I didn't mean to kill every heart on in the room.
Yeah, he had to have been a fucking, like, bottom. Just getting fucking pounded. Oh, he was my pal.
You think he was definitely a bottom, though?
My pal getting pounded in the ass.
Yeah. A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
And well.
Taking a lot of dick.
Yeah.
Probably better than you would have given it to him.
He probably wouldn't have done very well as a top because there were quite a few times Buzz would pull his towel off of him when he was showering Buzz would pull his towel off and he would run upstairs. He would run away from her.
Well, he wanted nothing to do with her. She didn't have a dick or balls.
And he didn't have much going on there.
His penis was small?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Such a handsome guy,
though. A
little
infantile.
Ew.
Yeah.
A little soft, small penis.
So he probably was just like, well, I'm going to have to let my ass do all the work.
Yeah, let your asshole do the talking.
Let your asshole do the talking, exactly. He's like, well, I don't even have to roll over, and show this fucking disgraceful cock. Just stay on your belly and fucking take it.
Yeah. I just don't know how guys take it. I really don't. Anything in my ass fucking wrecks me.
It's probably a good thing that you know.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
You think if you enjoyed it and were able to do it, your ass wouldn't be all stretched out by now?
It'd be fucking. I'd be right now on the floor. My spine would be on the floor, and you'd be like, "Where's your chair?" Fucking. I know. I tried it with a couple of doms. I tried to have years. Yeah, I just with strap-ons. I just couldn't do it, man. I told you my ex tried.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Then they were little ones.
Yeah, they weren't big.
What did it look like? A little pretzel stick.
Yeah, a little teeny one. I had one girl who was massaging me, and she had a fucking strap on, and she would slap it on my ass. It was really dirty and hot, and then I would feel her pussy, and she'd be soaked. That's what was so. The hot part was reaching under it and feeling how soaked she was.
Yeah,
like she was just getting paid, but doing that was so fucking dirty. It turned her on.
Yeah, she. That just to me seems like it's just too close to the gay.
Well, she was trying one time. She was putting it in, and I had gas. And it fucking, and I felt like I just kept on, okay, no more. But then she pushed a little too far, and I was just like, oh no. When she pulled it out, it was like, and some gas came out. Okay. And I was like, oh, sorry. And she was like, ooh.
Oh no, she went, ooh, and waved her hand.
Dude, it was putrid. I was amazed she recovered as fast as she did.
If she's fucking around with that fucking part, she's got to know, you know.
Maybe, yeah.
You queefed out of your butt.
Dude,
one in the chamber, it could go off.
That was humiliating.
Yeah, I guess so.
That was humiliating. That knocked me out of that game for a long time. That put a scar on me. I was like, no more of this.
Yeah, that just to me seems a little weird.
Yeah,
not weird. I mean, but as far as sex goes, if you're in your own fucking place doing whatever the fuck you want to do, but that to me seems like there's a want of something that's a little.
Yeah, it's hard to explain what turned me on about it. It was just so inappropriate.
Like it's the feminine role in a sexual relationship to be the one that is penetrated, to be the one that is like dominated in that fashion. So even if you know what's going on, there's that underlying kind of thing of.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Yeah, it was fun though. So fuck it.
She had a great body.
Yeah.
She wouldn't let me fuck her.
No?
Yeah, no. That's why we were kind of limited.
Oh wow.
She was a fucking professional.
Huh.
I really wanted to.
You think you'll ever get past that point and be able to enjoy taking a big dildo in your asshole?
I don't think so. I haven't tried it in a long time. And I don't even know if I'd want to at this point.
Yeah.
I kept saying I don't need to open that door.
Yes.
It's like some doors you just don't want to open. Like all of a sudden I don't need to like figure out the formula and go, oh my God.
Now I got it. You would just be a madman.
Oh, you ever find a new fetish or something that starts turning you on after 40? After 40, I've exhausted most options. Right. So now it's armpit smell or foot smell and all this weird stuff.
You find the secret to taking it in the ass and just nothing.
Oh, then you're off to the races.
You're just sitting here with a fucking butt plug in, doing the show.
That's the dangerous thing is what's next, because with you, it's always like once you master this, you got to figure out what's naughty that you haven't done. So, you're not that far away from taking a live dick in the ass. As long as there's a female in the room or something, you'll convince yourself.
No, that's a huge jump. There's not even implications, but risks, and there's a huge jump from a real dick to a woman with a strap on. That's not a logical next step. The logical next step after a woman fucking you with a strap on is not a guy fucking you at all.
What is the next step?
It's something
Bailey.
perverted with her. A Bailey J, that's a good call.
Bailey
Yeah.
J.
But no, it's something dirty with her.
Wouldn't it be like you blowing the strap on or something?
What would it be? What are you supposed to do when a girl puts a strap on in your face? Say, get out of here?
Excuse me.
Jesus, you goddamn criminal.
That's an odd thing, too.
Sucking a strap on?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
I know it sounds odd, but it's really not.
No, it is.
No, it kind of is.
It's odd, as in it's not orthodox, but it's not a gay activity. I know it sounds like it.
It's emasculating.
And believe me, it feels like it. But
It's got to be It is an emasculating thing.
yeah, part of that's really what's hot about it. Is
Really?
that she's being so dirty. Yeah, it's always it's her. It's
I
her
don't think
attitude
her
about it.
dirtiness transcends you're taking on that feminine role.
But it does
mouth.
though, because what
Your
else
dick in
can?
the mouth.
Hey, well, you've done it, so you understand.
I did.
You understand?
But I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't.
Oh, fair enough, but you know, I didn't do it on camera either. So it all kind of comes out in the wash. Like you did it on camera and didn't enjoy it. I've done it in private and came like the fucking like the god of coming pointed and said. It's not that weird though. It sounds like it's crazy, but it's just you keep one-upping yourself with a. Why not take on a feminine role with a girl? It's just different. How many different?
I guess.
You just get bored doing the same shit all the time. That's why people go out and cheat, because they get bored.
Yeah. You think it's out of total boredom?
No, I'm not saying that, but I mean it's just when you keep doing the same stuff. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a complete twisted.
I think
fuck.
you're a fucking degenerate as far as your sexual habits go.
Yeah.
No,
You don't have to
nothing
keep
wrong.
one-upping it though.
No. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not healthy.
Who the fuck am I to say? We all got our demons, don't we?
Yeah.
Don't we? Just lurking and hiding.
I wouldn't look when she would massage me.
No.
I just knew she had it. And it was just so dirty, like under her skirt. I was like, oh, you fucking dirty girl.
Under her skirt. She would come in with it on?
She did once, or twice.
Wow.
She did twice, yeah. In a nurse outfit.
Imagine she got hit by a car crossing the street downstairs.
No.
Her skirt comes up in a big strap-on dildo.
No, I
She's
mean,
got Jim Norton's fucking address in her hand.
No, she would do it. I would always do it on the road. She was in the bathroom. She would put it on.
Oh.
She'd bring it in her purse.
Oh.
Or as I would say when I was a kid, her purse book.
What?
I used to say when I was a kid.
Talking about your mommy's purse book?
Purse book. I would say those cringy words.
Because it's like a pocketbook and a purse.
Yeah.
But you said that on purpose, like to be cute.
Yeah, to be silly. You don't like that?
It's so stupid.
It is stupid, Jimmy.
Yeah. Or I would call the police Mr. Copper Policeman.
What is that?
Just trying to get a
even-
little attention for yourself.
What does that even mean?
Yes, I was.
Just because you wanted everybody to stop and say, that's not the word.
Yeah,
you
what
go,
are
I
you,
know.
what are you saying? When I was very young, I would make mistakes like that.
Were they mistakes or were they on purpose to try to
On
be
purpose.
cutesy?
Yeah.
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 You were trying.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.